Hey guys, welcome to Pot's Survival Guide. Today's episode is all about the importance of natural sunlight and vitamin D. So if you're really sick, it's likely you're spending most of your time indoors. And if you're spending most of your time indoors, it can become really easy to get deficient in vitamin D. And what I noticed is that a deficiency in vitamin D actually increased a lot of my symptoms. I started forcing myself to go out and lay outside, for like an hour a day. And I just noticed that whenever I was outside, I felt a lot better. I thought maybe this is in my head, but I ended up going to a doctor and, telling her about that. And she said that, that's actually the case for a lot of people. And she took some blood tests and I was actually really deficient in vitamin D. So then I made a really big effort to spend as much time as possible outside. And the more time I spent outside, the better I felt. And I actually found that I was more productive when I was outside. So one of my main symptoms of POTS was mental fogginess, low concentration. I just couldn't think at all. I couldn't read. I couldn't do anything. And, once I started getting better and once I started spending more time outside, I actually found that I could think better and concentrate better and remember better when I was outside. So I don't know if that's a fluke, but there really is something to spending time outside. So, POTS really isn't very well understood, but some people think there might be kind of a circadian component to it, so having to do with your circadian rhythm. And bright light first thing in the morning kind of regulates your circadian rhythm. So if you go outside first thing in the morning, just sit outside, or if you're like me and you don't really have time to go outside before school, I have a little light box. You can find some that are relatively inexpensive, and I just have a tiny one. I put it on my bathroom counter, and I just have it on so I'm getting bright light exposure when I'm getting ready for school. So getting outside can just be really helpful in a lot of ways, whether it be because it increases your vitamin D, whether it has to do with your bright light exposure, or honestly, it just makes me feel better. It's kind of depressing to sit in a dark, house all day. And having POTS and being sick is kind of depressing in and of itself. So sometimes it's nice spiritually, emotionally to get outside.